Jay, the question video on Friday seemed to be really popular, so I wanted to answer a couple other questions that I saw. Abby Hadfield asked if we can meet the younger brother, and that is right here. He saw that comment and decided he had to make a video in his own channel, so there it is, guys, if you want to check it out. Also, we got a comment from Chrome Toaster Inc. that asked, what is the siblingry? And that is, Jonathan is my oldest brother, I am the middle brother, and Tyler is our younger brother. Jay, today's video is going to be in 3D! Okay, so not really, but that's kind of the point. Would you really want to watch us in 3D? Jay, the first thing I want to talk to you about is why I don't like movies in 3D at the theaters. First off, I'm not one of these people who actually pays the extra $5 to see any movie in 3D just because I don't really think it's worth it. Also, it's a lot harder for these people making the movies to film it in 3D. They actually have to take the shot specifically to be sure that it's going to look good in 3D, which to me means that they're focusing more effort on that and less effort on just making it look good on a normal screen. I think it's very obvious that 3D is just being overdone in general. I think that across the board we're having too many 3D movies come out where it's just not worth it. Now, Avatar, for example, was a prime example of when 3D was used at its best. Avatar was one of those movies where you just wanted to be enveloped into Pandora and be a part of the story, and when you were watching it, that's how it felt. But the problem with 3D is that a lot of times people make it into a gimmick, and what you end up doing is you go in there and you have a sword come sweeping out at you, and it's like, okay. And next is the 3D TV. This is just something that I have not found myself interested in yet. Basically how I feel about 3D TV is that current TV programming isn't really designed and created to be viewed in 3D. It's like I said with Avatar. Unless it's really going to pull you into the scene, I don't see why it's worth it. Also, like the Olympics being programmed in 3D, the problem with that is that they actually have to film it in regular footage and then convert it to 3D, which means that they're going through and showing the 3D footage a day later. And I don't know about you, but there's something about stale sports for me where I don't get any enjoyment out of knowing that I just watched Michael Phelps win gold when everybody else in the world already knew that he had done that for a day. Now, when it comes to gaming, I'm actually a little more hopeful that 3D could survive and be successful, although I don't know if I can say the same for the players. We've already heard the stories about people who get overly involved into a new video game. Now just imagine how much more people are going to get into it when they actually feel like they're in the game. To me, this is just a scary thought considering all the things that I know people have already done over gaming anyway. Now, in college, I learned about a concept called the order winner versus the order qualifier. A good example of this is a fast food restaurant. When the drive-thru first came out, people would go to those restaurants specifically because they had a drive-thru over the ones who didn't. Now that all fast food restaurants have drive-thrus, it's an order qualifier. It's something you have to have just in order to get business in general, but it's not something that makes you stand out amongst the rest. With 3D technology, I feel like it hasn't quite reached the point where it's an order winner. I don't buy a TV specifically because it has 3D technology. When I go to the movies, I don't see any of them in 3D. So for my question of the day, do you guys think that 3D technology is an order winner? Please let me know in the comments below. And Jay, that's all I've got for you today, bro. I will see you tomorrow. Fly in here.